This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. You look at the Bucks, they are right where they want to be right now. Only one loss so far in the first 7 games of the season.
And right now for the Bucks, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
It really has been something to see. I mean, a remarkable and quick turnaround. It's been dramatic in how far they've come from last season.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Bird is out there with McHale. Then there's Havlicek. Then there's B. And it's Russell in at the center.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
So it's the Bucks now. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
Now here's Robertson. 9-point game his last outing. Shot clock at 5. Back to Robinson. No good on the triple. And Brad Stevens now in his 3rd year coaching the Celtics. Greg, I know you admire him from afar. Good fit for the franchise. Good fit, Clark, for a young team.
Agree with you completely on all of that. He stresses team unity and selflessness and sets the example and tone with his demeanor.
And he gets it to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And it's Havlicek missing.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
So it's Boston now, trailing by 2. There's a screen by McHale. B, the pass to Bird. Turnaround J. And it's Oscar Robertson with the rebound. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Cummings. And Boston with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
So it's Boston now after the made shot from Oscar Robertson. And Bird, here we go. The tray. Kept alive by Boston. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Boston shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Russell.
No good on that one. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. B's checked in for Cummings. Johnson comes in for Robinson. Moncrief, he's checked in for B. And it's Cassell in for Robertson.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
They set the pick. Jones drives in, passes it to ABC. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one for a teammate.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it. And credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Yeah, the Bucks ended, guys, with a 23-18 record at home. Really impressive for a young team. They didn't have the largest margin of victory because they won a lot of close games here at the Bradley Center.
And both free throws good for Johnson.
And one thing that made the Bucks so strong at home was their three-pointers. Near the top in three-point percentage here at home. And easy to get the crowd into it when you knock a couple down from deep.
That's good. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Cassell against White. 1:02 left in the first. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
There's the pass to Pierce. Here's the three. Good. Pierce has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Cassell against White. Lets it go. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Out to the right wing. There's the pick. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here.
White at the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking them down today.
Outside, Antetokounmpo from deep. And no good trying to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision. I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston is stockpiling.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said.
Larry Bird.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. We've got Antetokounmpo, B out there with Cummings. Then there's B, and it's Robertson in at the point. Here's Cummings. Can't get it to go. Nice D from McHale. Celtics leading by 6. On the wing, Bird. Lots of room. They grab their own miss. The Bucks shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Right side, Antetokounmpo. There's a good screen. To the paint, here's Cummings, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Cummings got his second bucket of the game to go. Well, we've always talked about how scary Giannis could be when his jumper is hitting grade. Every year, it seems to be improving.
And last season, Kevin, he shot just under 50% from the floor, so that's a huge jump for him.
You know, for Giannis, it's not that he's just getting to the rim as to why his field goal percentage is up. I mean, in the last part of the season, his mid-range shooting percentage went up from 30% to over 50%. A chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. First in steals, third in points off turnovers. And they also showed up in the top 5 in opponent field goal percentage. A very improved defensive team.
And I really feel like they fed off their pressure defense. You mentioned all the steals. That got them out in the open court and created easy opportunities offensively.
The Bucks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. B's checked in for the Celtics.
And Giannis is already hard to guard, but if he can reliably hurt you over the top, then a lot of nightmares will be realized in the NBA. Incredible that he's improved as much as he has in this short amount of time.
McHale, that's good. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Robertson dishes to Cummings. That's good. And Robertson with the assist. Cummings got 4 points this quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Bird. And the basket good. Bird's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now here's Robertson. He's tightly guarded. Shot's good. He's got his first bucket of the night. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Has to be. That's tipped. Now here's Robertson. He's guarded closely. It's right outside. Bird pulls it in.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
And that one's good from Havlicek.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Boston with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. B, guarded by Robinson. B, the pass to McHale. He dishes it to Bird. The shot is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Red. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
The Celtics making a switch here. Russell, he's checked in for Bird. Pierce comes in for B. Jones checked in for Havlicek. And it's White in for B. And he's good on the second.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never-give-up attitude.
Offensive rebound, and the slam dunk by Russell.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Red. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Red. And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff teams.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
Plenty of space. The rebound by the Celtics. Russell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, Pierce. Dishes it to Jones. Pass to McHale. There's 47 seconds left now here in the second, and he banks in the layup.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Cummings kicks to Moncrief. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Cassell. The 3. The rebound by the Celtics. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
And the basket by Jones. And it's a 9-point Celtic lead.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Cassell. No good trying to beat the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Celtics. They lead by 9. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well. And their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
One problem is that they didn't show enough aggressiveness on the boards. When you start losing a game, That's when you're supposed to tighten up and toughen up. Your pride has to be challenged, and you need to rise to the occasion. They've got to be more aggressive as a team, and that will cut into the lead.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Without question, Larry Bird displaying his skills today.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all four quarters.
Celtics leading by 9. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. McHale is out there with Russell. Then there's B. Then it's Bird. And it's Havlicek in at the 2. Now here's Bird. There's a screen by McHale. 4 on the shot clock. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And it's 7 points for B.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here is Red. Now here's Cummings. Pulls up, high post. And he overshot that one, missing.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down, a perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17, also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
Releases from 15, and the shot no good, a bit short. Celtics leading by 11. There's the pass to B. Pushing it up. Robinson with the block. Robertson against Bird. Red kicks to Cummings. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected this.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Pressey's checked in for B. Celtics also with a sub. ABC's checked in for McHale.
Another away from home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
Here's Pressey. Here's Cummings. And it's sent back by Russell. Screen by Russell. And Bird, here we go. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Cummings.
And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
And for the Bucks, a lot of their improvement came, Greg, as you're talking about, in their play against the Eastern Conference. They went 30-22, Clark, against the rest of the conference.
A nice step for a young team, but you look at it more closely. Basically, the Bucks beat teams they should have beaten, but you know, Kevin, the good teams do that consistently, so a good step for them.
And the first one drops. Bird hits them both. Bucks trail by 11.
Bucks call timeout. And now your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He talked also about getting the ball to their big men in the low post. That's where the ball should be going, he said. Let's get it in tight. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. Kuzi covered by Robertson. B the pass to ABC. Here's Bird. Gets a very good look and converts. Bird's got 4 this quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Robertson dishes to Pressey. Robertson left side. That is good. Robertson's got 8.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
That's good.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Cummings. 10 points for him. And it's sent back by Russell.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. In 4th, the Celtics.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
You know, one of the things, guys, that impressed me about the Celtics was the number of assists they had. I mean, they really focused on moving the ball. And when you do that and you have shot makers, the assists pile up.
And Milwaukee has possession. 17-point game. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now here's Robertson. 8 points for him. Kicks to Pressey. Shot clock at 3. Tries a 3. Shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Bird. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Robertson. Can't cash in from close range.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
They set the pick. B the pass to ABC. And Bird, here we go. Milwaukee with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Off target on the 15-footer.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Now Robertson following the miss by Larry Bird from deep. Robertson left side. In the corner, it's Robinson. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Robertson's got 3 assists tonight. 43 seconds left to play here in the third. B the pass to ABC. John Havlicek on the wing. That misses off the backboard.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Pressey kicks to Robinson. The feed to Cummings. Havlicek against Robertson. The dish to Cummings. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Terry Cummings taking 2 shots.
That's good from Cummings. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. No good on the second free throw.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Pierce against Cummings. Russell sets a screen for Pierce. Fires the 3. And that's not going to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Celtics lead by 16. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Bucks trail by 16. We've got Cassell. B out there with Cummings. Then it's Moncrief. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Good.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
The shot by Pierce will not go.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Here's Pierce after the basket by Milwaukee. White the pass to B. Back to White. There's a screen by McHale. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. No luck. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now here's Cummings. He's guarded closely. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better make some noise for your energy.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. He was not at all satisfied with their effort level, saying, "We're losing the hustle plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it." Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Robinson's checked in for B, and it's Robertson in for Cassell. Here's Havlicek, and that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed. And the Celtics lead by 16. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here is Robertson after the made shot from John Havlicek.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Celtics leading by 14. Kuzi covered by Robertson. There's a screen by McHale. On the wing, Havlicek. And the 3 off target.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Robertson's shot is good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And the slam dunk by Russell. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Here's Robertson. Feeds to Moncrief. The 19-foot shot. That one wide left.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Shooting for Milwaukee, John Havlicek. At the line for 2.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
Now here's Robertson. They get it back.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
McHale inside. He's against Cummings. Boston, no good that time either. And for the 2013 draft class, not sure if there are going to be a lot of all-stars from that class, but there are quite a bit of rotational players that are effective.
And Kevin, listen, there's still a chance to see a couple of all-stars emerge from the class, as there are some elite talents that just need time to grow. And overall, there weren't too many complete misses. Almost every lottery pick is a rotation player at this point.
Bird, the pass to B. On the wing, Havlicek. McHale with a screen on Robinson. Clock at 6. Takes it from 10. And that one hits back iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Robertson. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robertson's got 4 this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
He's checked in for Milwaukee. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter of this one. On the wing, Bird. Guarded by Robinson. There's a screen by McHale. Back to Bird. Shot clock at 6. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Russell. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
And Boston has possession. Shot and game clock separated by 5. McHale with a screen on Robinson. Havlicek dishes to McHale. The Celtics working the ball around now. There's a screen by McHale. B, the pass to McHale. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next,
The 2K Sports postgame show.